here we go. Vacuum gauge install on the Ranger. You go to the store, 5-30 seconds of vacuum hose. Let me find it for you. Yep, there you go. Hang on. 532 armor mark by Continental. Let's start off in the engine bay. Let's actually start off in here. So you go up here and you take, your illumination wire from this guy here. You can see it lights up when I turn it on. But, and you're going to want to put the green sock on because it's a Ranger and, you want the dash lights to match. It's not very good green, but it is green. See, look. Yeah, it's green. You're going to want to make it dim. And you're going to want to take some 10 gauge wire. You can get at Ace Hardware. It's that red string right there. It's 10 gauge. House stranded. It was up for a project I was doing. You're going to take that. You're going to tape it to some vacuum line and your wires. You're going to want to fish it through that thing down and not on the pedals. Give me a light. I gotta get a light. Don't. Guys. Real quick. Here at Ranger's Fab Shop, we do stuff to last, like this Ranger. It lasted 30 years on 300,000 miles and its original engine. So we're gonna take care of the old girl on here. Okay. I just ran it down to the left. To the driver's side of the car, you're going to want to go on the vent. There's a little square on the back, and I have to cut some stuff out if you are not in the vent. But I ran it up. I ran it down. Here's the illumination wires. White for ground, blue for illumination. That's normal colors on gauges. Normally it's red and black, but that's all I had. So see this hose? You're going to run it up above this clutch bracket, and in the middle it'll come down that you're gonna it's zip tied up in there, so it's tight. It's gonna come down behind the clutch pedal safety switch, the polac switch, and it's gonna run through and out into the engine bay. Put electrical tape on there. There's heat shrink on here, but that's what you're gonna want to do. And you're going, because you won't need hose clamps because vacuum is sucking on the line, so it's never going to come off. Yeah, it's never going to come off. I still leave you guys turning. I'll give you an update if it breaks. Then we'll fix it. There we go. So we do this. And it works. The gauge works. I have it covered up right now, but there's this side undone. So, do I have the key? Where's the key? I don't remember where I put it. Alright, there it is, yeah. It's in my pocket. And if you have a tack in there like I do, you're going to want to tack off the dimmer wire on that. That's exactly what I did. Works perfect. Alright. Coming through the engine bay. Put you guys down there. See the black hose coming up behind everything. Behind the washer motor. Into here, and you're wondering, what motor's in this? Oh, she's the 3.0, man. The big 3.0. V6, of course. It's a little baby Ranger. These things are such good trucks. I've seen other people do this in videos. Don't fucking tap off this. It infuriates me. It's a brake booster. If you make a poopy connection on this, your brakes will probably not work very good. I'm not saying they'll fail, but your engine will run like crap because that's a big vacuum line. That's a main vacuum line. And your brakes will work not that good. So you're going to want to look. And you see on the back of the intake, there's a big thing with all these little lines coming out of it, right? It's right in between the distributor, behind that, and, you'll just see it. It's really good back here. It's in a really good spot. You're going to want to take a line, and you're going to want to take your line, run it that way, put your T facing this way and that way. This is the only barb fitting it would work on, so I had to take that and put it on the end of the T, and then put the bottom part on there. So it's actually a T. You can see how it works. It's like that. So it's still working. It's still got vacuum coming up, straight direct vacuum, and then vacuum coming through. Here, I just tapped off it. And you can get, I mean, I had a bunch of these in here. Little vacuum caps and bits and pieces and hose clamps and whatnot. I have so much of it. And that's essentially how you do the vacuum gauge. I should have got you guys while I was actually doing it, but we had a little bit of trouble. It kind of didn't want to work, so we had to kind of make some part store runs and stuff, so you guys wouldn't have gotten to see it work. It works. I'll put a YouTube short on it and the tachometer I put in there a couple years ago. That's before I had the channel. But make sure to like and subscribe. Ranger's Fab Shop is out. Have a good day.